Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Box Score Sports YouTube channel. I'm your host, Ryan, and I'm just giving you my instant thoughts of my Miami Dolphins win over the Washington Commanders. 9-3 now. They're going to, at the very least, be tied for top of the AFC moving forward. And I think as any Dolphin fan, we're just really excited that they're looking good. And, you know, they do beat up on bad teams, but when you're a good team, that's what you're supposed to do. Okay. So I don't want to hear like, oh, they don't beat any good team. I get it. But let's just be fair to the process. I just want to give you my 3 takeaways from this game, which aren't going to be like mind breaking or mind blowing. It's just them things that I appreciate or I'm looking forward to, or things that might need to be adjusted. So let's start with my first takeaway. I think Tyreek Hill will get to that 2,000-yard mark. He's just so good, so explosive, gets behind the defense. I don't know what Washington was doing on defense, how he got behind the defense twice in the game. I can see happening, like your mind slips one time, but like that's Tyreek Hill on the field. You cannot allow that to happen. But thank you, Commanders, for allowing that to happen, because Tyreek will most likely get to that 2,000-yard mark. I hope he does it in 16 games and not 17, just because I'm a little bit of an old head and be like, oh, well, there's got to be a asterisk next to this a little bit, just because he got a whole extra game to do it. Like a lot of the greats didn't have 17 games to get 2,000 yards. So, but I think he will get it to the 2,000 mark regardless. I'm just hoping he does it in the in 16 games. And with him on the field, everything just makes, to his life's just so much easier. It just is. So keep him healthy as well. My second thing, which is going to be like the negative thing or the thing I want to see adjusted, I just think sometimes with this team, they get a little too cute. Like they do trickery and stuff like that when they don't necessarily have to. Like when you're moving the ball really well on a team, I don't think you always need to throw like trick plays in there or off misdirection plays all the time, because you can move the ball without that. And if you can move the ball without that, then why put that in there? Now, once in a great while to get your offense started, like let's get some momentum here. Maybe just, even if you're doing good, you just want to throw the defense off, keep them on their toes. Totally fine with that. But I think that sometimes with this team, we get too cute, like with the one play with Tyreek, which was a cool play design where you had the guy come in motion from the right, and then the tackle pulled with him, right? Or tackle or guard pulled with him, and then you handed off to Tyreek going this way. So you almost had like this misdirection thing, and then it ended up for negative yards. And then you had that one play where, where Tua would fake handoff to the right and then flip it to the left, or he would do the opposite. But that worked really. It would look fun, and it worked the first time we did it, but I think the next like 3 times it didn't work. And I'm just like, why do we keep calling that play now? Now, to be fair, when you're playing a team like the Commanders, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room, maybe to try different things. How successful can we be with that? And I love, the spread, like how much they spread the field when they run. Sometimes though, I wish they would just kind of run in the middle, just, throw teams off that way. They don't have to do it a lot. Just once in a great while would be nice. But with that being said, that's like a little bit of a nitpick. If they want to try different things, it's fine. Now's the time to do it, going into December and looking towards the playoffs. And let's face it, after starting 8-3 last year and barely getting into the playoffs, it's nice to get 9-3 now and look forward to even competing for that number 1 seed in the AFC. The third takeaway is Jordan Phillips got injured last week. Baker looked like he got injured, and it did not look good. So the question is really, how is this defense going to respond? It's good that we saw Howard have that one pass breakup. We didn't hear a lot about Howard or a lot about Ramsey, which is a positive thing because that means they're doing their job. But the pass rush was kind of all over Howell. I know Howell, it was only 3 sacks, but Howell is a quarterback that escapes the pocket. He moves very well with his legs, so it's hard to get sacks. but he was under pressure all game. So even though that Phillips got injured and we might not have Baker for the rest of the year, depending on what happens, it just didn't look great. It's good to see that the Dolphins defense still generated pass rush on the Commanders today. Again, it's hard to judge this game specifically, just because it seems like the Commanders are checked out. Like they traded all their good pass rushers in Young and Sweat, and they're like, we're ready for next year. A team like that feels the vibe of like ownership and the front office and the coach. So it kind of trickles down, but I think it's still a good sign for the Dolphins. All in all, if you are a good team, if you are a great team, you beat up on the bad teams, and that's what the bad or average teams. That's what the Dolphins did here. Great win by the Dolphins. Tua looked really good. Yeah, I just, what else can we say? So in the comments down below, let me know what you thought of the game. What would you like to see adjusted moving forward, going into the playoff run? Some takeaways, good ones and bad ones. Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video, subscribe to our channel. We'll talk to you guys real soon.
Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.